Welcome to the London Outlook for Thursday, the 14th of March 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, we have a couple of red folder news events in the New York session. However, they're not so significant to require that we exit the trades during the London lull and then wait for the news release. They are red folder, however, we can keep our trades open as they're not as significant as something as interest rates, CPI, GDP, or NFP. Having said all of that, let's move on to the charts and understand what has happened. So from a daily perspective, there isn't any consecutive candles to sway our bias. We are in a unconfirmed market structure point with the 4H confirmed bearish market structure broken, and now we are in this unconfirmed state until we body break that level or this level right here. However, that remains to be seen, and thus we'll employ unconfirmed market structure practices to understand which direction to trade in. Having said that, what I will do is mark out the substructure which is relevant at the moment, being those three levels. This is the current substructure high for this level right here. So again, we have two 4H OBs that we're reacting from, the one being the protein unconfirmed OB, part of this main protein leg, and then obviously the protein previously confirmed leg that was confirmed via this change of character in terms of order flow. Then having said that, essentially it means we can trade both directions, but we need to be aware of whether we're trading into barriers, because that poses a threat to price reversal against us. Having said that, I just want to ensure that the substructures are visible on the time frame below. Then from a 5-minute perspective, I think my primary idea would be to short, although longs can be validated. So in terms of a short idea, what I'd like to see is that price should come to the upside like this, take out the Asia high, and then essentially if this is a Frankfurt high, then I want London to take out the Frankfurt range and then enable us to trade as such. We can then, in an ideal scenario, have Asia liquidity to the downside to target, and then proceed from there to target the substructure level right here. As you can see, there is sufficient IRL to the left. So that would be a short idea for from a long idea perspective. Essentially what would happen is, as you can see, we have developed a new leg right here as a result of this change of character right there. So essentially what would happen in an ideal scenario is that we validate a new low of the day, and that can come in the form of Frankfurt low of the day. Again, we'll have the Frankfurt range as such, and London will break the Frankfurt range, after which point we can consider taking the entry as such. Hopefully with still having Asia liquidity high to target, and the ultimate target point would be this level right here, because any points further to that would mean we're trading against a significant barrier that we don't want to do so. So that's the idea for longs, especially for the London session. Longs and shorts may still be valid in the New York session depending on the news release, and we can potentially validate London lows of the days or New York lows of the days, alternatively London high of the days and New York high of the days, based on news releases or New York session validation. However, the news release will form a core part of the direction that we trade in. That's still a while away, so what I would do right now is focus on the London session. There are no news events for the London session, and whichever presents, whether longs, shorts or both, I think it's wise to take both entries if they do present and hedge your bets. Essentially my break-even protocol is, if Asia liquidity is still available in the current day, then I won't break even until we reach that Asia liquidity. If it is reached, then I'll break even under normal break-even protocol rules, where the highest high prior to taking me into my entry will be the break-even level. Having said all of that, that's pretty much the London outlook. I hope you have a good session, and we'll chat again for the New York outlook.